Hey everybody, welcome to Plan Your Greatness, and I am your gracious host, Carlton Hamilton, and let's get started today. Today is Woke Wednesdays, yes it is, and I've got a question for you. Are you comfortable in your uncomfortableness? We're going to discuss that here on Woke Wednesdays on the Plan Your Greatness channel. Hey, we are back. We are here on Woke Wednesdays on the Plan Your Greatness channel. And we are talking today on Woke Wednesdays. We're asking the question, are you comfortable in your uncomfortableness? And I'm asking that question because many of us are doing things in our life and we don't realize that these things are keeping ourselves stuck, meaning that we are very comfortable in a very uncomfortable situation. It's not very productive. It's not moving us toward us living our best lives, but we are very comfortable in that state. And more specifically, you know, you want to look at it and think in terms of, am I standing still or am I growing? Because you can't do both at the same time. So what I've noticed with that, and especially having conversations with my son and daughter, with other people and feedback, is you want to ask yourself, are you pulling yourself or are you pulling others towards your mediocrity? And I've come to understand and look at that closely as I see my life as I came out of prison and I started moving forward in my life. I started looking around, and these are just some things that are very obvious. I've noticed people in my circle that had an addiction to tobacco products. They maybe have drank excessively as far as alcohol. They had a bad diet. They ate a bunch of fatty foods. They didn't exercise. Or in kind of maybe out of that space in the realm of parenting, they were absolutely horrible parents. But what they would tell you, as far as what I said, are they moving or pulling, trying to pull others towards their mediocrity? When anybody would address them about their tobacco use, their alcohol, their just bad food eating, their exercise, or their parenting skills, they would default to this. And you guys have all heard this before. Don't you tell me how to live my life. Don't tell me how to do what I need to do. I'm a grown person. I can do whatever I want to do. Absolutely. Exactly. You can do whatever you want to do. But you then have to ask yourself, are you allowing yourself to remain comfortable in that uncomfortable state? Because my understanding is that when that happens, you're really justifying or trying to justify to others how you are living a mediocre life, but you're then trying to fool everybody else that you're living your best life. We see this on social media. I'm living my best life. I'm living my best life. And I'm a perfect example of somebody who was operating that space, who was not living their best life, but I was trying my best to uphold this fictitious life that I was living. And you know what happened? I ended up in prison because I was operating from a space I was very comfortable in my uncomfortableness until it got to the point where I was backed into a corner while I was in prison. But let's get back to what we're talking about here. And that is individuals who are comfortable in their uncomfortableness, justifying the way that they live. And then what happens with that is it starts to feel normal. So whenever they try to step out of that comfort zone, it feels very uncomfortable. Now, it sounds weird that are you comfortable in your uncomfortableness? But individuals who are comfortable in their uncomfortableness, when they step out of that comfort in the uncomfortable, it feels uncomfortable. So here's what we end up doing. We start listening to music that supports that uncomfortableness or the comfort in the uncomfortableness. We search the internet to remain comfortable in our uncomfortableness. We scroll for content we try to disappear in the distractions. We try to escape to remain in that comfortableness, that comfortable space of being uncomfortable. Now, what I would always tell my kids, and especially my daughter, because I remember my daughter had found some sort of app on the Instagram page or whatever it was, whatever social media platform she was on, whether it was Snapchat or whatever, where she gained a whole bunch of followers. And she was like, look, Dad, I got a whole bunch of followers. And I said, are you monetizing that? And she's like, what do you mean? I said, well, you got so many followers. I said, are you doing any sort of thing to send something out to them to like monetize, make some money off it? Oh no, Dad. You know, at her age, she was like, well, it's just cool to have, I got a whole bunch of followers. So, lesson learned, kids just like followers. They don't understand. It's just to see that I have a bunch of followers, that I get a bunch of likes. That's where kids are, because that's the space they operate in. But as far as getting out of that space, what I would try to tell them, and what I try to tell other people, I said, if you're going to be on social media, again, we're talking about being comfortable in the uncomfortableness of your mediocrity, is that if you're going to be on social media, then you're either monetizing it, you're either using it as far as extracting useful information, you're either providing some information to others, or you're looking at it as just pure entertainment. And that part of it should be the least amount of time that you spend on it. But most of us spend the bulk of our time as far as utilizing those platforms as far as entertainment. And in my opinion, that's when you are absolutely a tool, because then that means somebody else is using your time to monetize it. Somebody else is using your time on there to send something out to you, as far as where maybe you can get educated, but then they're monetizing it. And then the last part is they're actually sending out something to entertain you, but on the backside of that, they're probably using it to monetize. So again, you're actually working as a tool, because you're not doing anything with it other than just maybe even being entertained. Now, on the flip side of that, now let's be clear. We're talking specifically about saying that, are you comfortable in your uncomfortableness? Have you gotten comfortable with this uncomfortable, unproductive space that you're in? Now, on the very other side of that spectrum is, are you comfortable with being uncomfortable? Because anytime you are growing, you're learning a new skill, you're creating something. Say you're losing, let's just, for example, say you're losing weight. Losing weight, or you're in a class that you have to pass at college. In both of those instances, you're going to be uncomfortable, but you're learning, you're growing. And some people, when things get uncomfortable, they bail. But the individual who knows on the other side of that being uncomfortable is knowledge and the acquisition of an acquired skill set or a physical body that they're looking for. So then they say, I am okay with going through that stage of uncomfortableness, because on the other side, I know that that's where I want to be. And so that's where you want to be. You don't want to be so comfortable in the uncomfortable that it doesn't allow you to move, to grow. You want to feel comfortable to take on a task and say that, I know I'm going to start doing something that's going to seem very uncomfortable, but on the other side of that, it's going to be something I'm going to be better at that. And if you are operating in that space where you say, I'm uncomfortable with the uncomfortableness of growth, you are absolutely moving in the space of planning your greatness. All right. So now, here is the call to action today on Woke Wednesdays, is I want you to find something that you want to get better at, whether it's on your job, whether it's in your personal life. Say you want to lose weight. These are the very basic things. Say I want to lose weight, or I want to learn a new skill, something like that. Something that's going to take you out of your comfort zone. You're going to feel uncomfortable in it. I want you to take that on next 30 days or whatever, or just say, hey, this is something I'm going to take on and I know I'm going to be comfortable. I want you to dive in it and I want you to make that be something, a part of your skill set. All right. So that's our call to action. So make sure you are hitting the subscribe button, the share button, the like button, hit that notification bell so you can get the updates of our videos anytime I go live or just coming out with a new video. And I want to leave you with what I leave you with every day, and that is plan your greatness. You know why? Because no one else will. I'll see you all next Wednesday on Woke Wednesdays on the Plan Your Greatness channel. Until then, you guys take care.